Hey Chad,
Hello, Barbara. How's it going?
I'm doing well. I have a question for you today.
You do. I bet you want me to show you how to do something.
Of course I do. I am wondering how I create a button for a merge on a record page in Salesforce. Could you
Awesome.
show me how to do that?
I can show you how to do that. That's such a great question. Comes up a lot. So let's definitely do it. I'm going to stop share and you can pick it up.
Okay, let's share. Okay.
Awesome. Wow. We must have mind melded because you have the exact record up that we wanted to show.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh, look at that.
All right. So what you're showing on screen is a merge action that you've already built. This video is not going to show how to build merge actions. What we're talking about is taking an existing merge action and sticking it on a record page as a button. So perfect. So this is a demo that we have. I'm just going to highlight a couple things on screen here with my annotate tool. So these are the details about the merge action. This is based on a report. So we have a report that we run, and then we click the merge button and built the merge from that report. This particular merge has a grouping, a table of opportunities that are going to show up in the final output, and that's described here. So this just kind of tells us what this merge is about. If you could go to this report in another tab, Barbara, we're just going to kind of talk through the concepts here a little bit more.
First, I just want to show people how I got to this,
Okay.
like where you can get to all your merge actions. You just click settings and then merge actions, and then this screen pops up. And I had searched for this one, so that's why only one is popping up right now. So,
Good
all right, I'm
clarification.
gonna move over. Yeah, move over here. This is
Cool.
the reports page, right?
Yeah, and to piggyback off of what you just said, that view into the merge actions is really an admin view. So you as a user may not see merge actions when you click on settings. So just something to note that if you don't see that, contact your admin who has that kind of access. Okay, so the report that this merge action is based off is right at the top of the list that accounts with sublist. If you don't mind just running that, I think it'll help me describe what we're trying to do. Cool. So this is a list of 15 accounts, and you don't have to press this merge button, but the merge button's up there. And when you press it, of course, you get the ability to create a merge. But I just want to note that this data source, it has 15 accounts on it. And so the merge button concept that we're about to describe is like, okay, I like this merge, I like what it does, but I don't need to run it on all 15. I want this to be kind of an ad hoc merge where I can go to a record page, click a button, and this same merge will run, but just filtered to that account. So we're gonna demo that, but I just wanted to show that that's the differentiation here is you can run a merge from its data source in Apsona proper and do the whole run, or you can pull one of these records out by using a button. Did I
Awesome.
explain that clearly, Barbara? I don't know if that came out right.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
Okay. So this was just a supporting screen to kind of show the concept. Let's bounce back to the merge action.
Yep.
Perfect. If you can click on the make button uh, button. Cool.
Yep.
So this gives us a dialogue to say, okay, you want to turn this merge into a button. Awesome. Where do you want this button to go? And if you pull down this drop down here, we're going to see what our options are. So we can see that we could potentially put a button on the home page. That would be a way to run the merge without filtering it to a record, but running it as a whole. So that report that we just saw, if we put a button on the home page is just a generic Lightning page, not dedicated to a specific record. I could click a button on that page and it'll run for all 15 accounts. So that's a cool little cheat if you say, hey, I really want people to have easy access to this merge, but I want them to run the whole merge for all the records that are applicable, add it to the home page or to another Lightning page at that high level. But what we want to do, like I said, is filter it down to one account. So we're going to choose the second option, detail page for account. So you can click on that. And that tells Apsona that it's generating code that has to first filter to an account record. We don't want to work in Classic. We want to work in Lightning. So you'll choose that second button. And then if you just hit generate, this is going to generate a real simple kind of key. And all this gobbledygook is basically kind of language for Apsona to digest. It's going to tell them what merge, what is it doing, how is it filtering down to the account. All that is kind of built into this code. So all you got to do here, Barbara, is just highlight this and copy it. We're just going to keep it in your clipboard.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, you can close this out. And now you can go to a record page. So we could even just leave this. If you want to go up to accounts, we're just going to go to any account record page that pops up. So there you go. You can go to Burlington. That's perfect.
Maybe we should pick one that was on that report or no?
It will be. That one's on the report.
Oh, okay, perfect, perfect.
This is one of my go-to demo records. You'll see that this is a demo environment. We have lots of buttons already here. We're going to add one more, but this is what they look like. This is what a finished button looks like. These are all calling upon different merges. So we're going to add a new one. So what you're going to do, this is another admin level task. So if you're not an admin, you may not be able to do this. Come up to the gear icon in the upper right and click Edit Page. And now what we're going to do by doing this is we are going to open up this Lightning page from the admin's perspective so that we can actually edit the page itself. And the thing that we're going to put in for these buttons is what's called a custom Lightning component. And it's going to be on the left side if you scroll all the way down. And I'll talk a little bit more about what this is. So it's this top one, this DocGen button V2. Go ahead and just drag that right over to where those other buttons are. Maybe wherever you want to stick it is fine. Perfect. So you may ask, hey, I don't see that custom Lightning component. What's up with that? I will put in the description a link to the install page. There's an App Exchange page for this particular component. It's free, but you do need that in order to see this show up in your menu. So just check the description of this video and you'll see that install link. Once you install that, it's an org-wide. It's not like a license concept. It's just a tool. It's available to everybody that can get to this page, and it should show up here in this list. So now we have this button. It has some generic stuff. If you look on the right side, this is kind of like the setup section for it. So it just puts some default values in, run merge, some prompt text. This will run this merge action. We're going to kind of update these. So the first step here is take that code that you copied and you're going to put it in that action code window.
All right, there we go.
That is like the majority of the magic. We've got a button. Now we have the action code that ties it to the merge that we ran, and it knows it's on the account page. It knows that it's filtering to this account. So the hard work is already done. Now it's just kind of making it look right. So you can change the button text if you want so that it maybe gives a better description of what it's doing. The prompt text we'll see when we run it is going to basically like pop up. So this is a good place to put instructions. If you're like, hey, user, when you click this button, make sure that X, Y, and Z is true. Or, hey, user, this button will only work for these kinds of records. Anything that's kind of helpful info. Or like, hey, user, this is what's going to be generated when you click this button. That's the kind of stuff you can stick into the prompt text. So I wouldn't worry about updating this now, but we'll see it pop up when we use it.
Gotcha.
All right. Okay, so let's leave this page and let's go try it out.
Okay. Well,
Awesome.
look, there it is. Perfect.
Show me how.
All right,
Okay.
should I push it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alrighty.
All right, so we see that little prompt message. That's where you put those instructions. And there we go. We could download the results. And just since we've been talking about this merge, maybe pop it up for the folks at home to kind of see what the product is. And as a kind of little added bonus while we're waiting for the word to load, that little eye information icon there, I will highlight with my annotate tool. That we'll click on that. We'll click on this after, but since you got the word up, here we go. This is the result. So this is the merge action doing its work, but just for this record. So we see Burlington, we see the related opportunities. If we had ran this merge from the original report, we'd see 15 pages where every page is a new account. But this has filtered it to the account at hand. So nice work. We're done.
Awesome.
Yeah. So close us out with clicking that information icon button. Yep. So this tells you after it runs, it kind of gives you info like, hey, this is the merge action that ran. Here's the data source. It's a single step report. This is just really helpful so that you know what the button's based on. And if you ever needed to do any troubleshooting, you could do so by just kind of popping in here and seeing what it's made of. So I think that that concludes us. Thanks so much, Barbara. Nice work.
Yeah, thanks, Chad. I really appreciate that.
You're very welcome. I will see you next time you have a question.
Okay, bye.
Hey folks, I'm popping back in because I forgot to mention something on the video that was really important. We have a specialized license that we call a button merge only license. So after seeing the demo that you just saw, let's imagine that you have a bunch of users that you'd love to just be able to click these buttons and run merges, but you don't want to pay full cost for the full Apsona license. They don't need access to Apsona. They don't need to build merges. They just need to run them. That's what this license is for. I'll put the links to this article here so you could read more. We also have that listed on our pricing page, so you could look into that. You do need a threshold of 10 standard licenses before you're eligible for these specialized licenses, but they are a great value and a great functionality. We also have report view only licenses, so we got a bunch of specialized licenses, but I just wanted to add that on to the end of this video. So thanks a lot. Talk to you later.